Welcome back to the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host Lex coming to you straight from the heart where the talk is real and the vibe is always live. I am happy to be back on here with you as always because here serving a slice of everyday life is what RDDC is all about. For any questions or show requests, you can reach us at Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. That is Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com, and as well as realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. Check out our wonderful many multiple pages on our platform at Blogspot, as well as links and disclaimers, anything under the sun that we have put under there, and our book collection and so much more in the About Me section, and our featured partners as well as GimmeAllThat.com. And you can check us out on TuneIn, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, Deezer, as well as iHeartRadio, iTunes, SoundCloud, and many, many more to come. And you know the big YT YouTube is on its way, hitting there very, very soon. But I wanted to put that out there for you and let you know we're going to be on to part 2 of the triple dose series. So I did not put that triple dose because I don't want people to get confused about the double dose. The triple dose, we're not changing the name. It's just the game right now with the series. So the one previous one, if you haven't checked that out yet, it's actually ironically hashtag check yourself. And I would say check ourselves, but it seems a little bit more cliche. So check yourself is one. And right now what we're on to for the second of the triple dose series that we're doing, our 3-spot intros, is going to be called hashtag free yourself. Yes, hashtag free yourself. Now that we might have had a previous show. I mean, we're on to almost 112th episode at this point. So there could have been one previously about free yourself in the beginning times, almost like 2 years ago now, maybe a year and a half ago. But it's still in relation to different things going on at those time frames as well, and it still applies to your life. So if you want to, feel free to check those out as well. But ultimately, this right here is about basically making sure January, since we're ending it already, can you believe it, is going to be utilized to the best comprehension and sustainability for ourselves to affect others, and in return, giving more to ourselves and others at the same time by enhancing and enlightening ourselves by any means necessary and the frequency of all great things to come. So let's not get this wasted. But I had wanted to put this out there because last time on the episode we had with hashtag check yourself, I mentioned one of the cool, I'm not necessarily cool, but really deep segments or videos that Mr. Jay Shetty had, and it's wonderful. So I will repeat what I had from him. I think that was posted earlier today or this morning sometime. And this has to go and coincide with exactly hashtag free yourself. Now let's start it off with this. I will remain focused on my goals. Even if I face a moment of difficulty or a setback, I will not give up. I know consistency is the key to success. I know that I can do it. It's natural for things not to go to plan, but the challenge will not block me. If I commit to the process, it is only a matter of time. Jay Shetty. Okay. Now we're not just going off of, just certain people's philosophy. I listen to a lot of wonderful insights from powerful thought leaders, deep-minded, rooted people, as well as myself, especially my mother, the first thought leader I actually got a chance to connect with on a human level. But it's very powerful the way things can be presented and said. Now that being said, free yourself. How many times have you looked, right? And you want it all correlates with each other. I just didn't want to go check yourself, free yourself, so forth. I wanted it to be broken down in segments, like little snippets of segments we can kind of digest. Because I listen to these just as well. From the spirit of intuition speaking through me, I still replay it. But how many times do we get ourselves caught up in a situation? Yeah, I know a few. I'm not going to call any names, okay? But putting myself on the chopping block, as I always do, is the same thing. It's for all of us. How many things do we encounter where we know we should be getting rest or doing something for ourselves or a big, huge goal that we want to do, but yet we'll sit there and tell our friends or colleagues or whoever, yeah, we're spending time with them and that's what counts. We're giving love and attention and focus to that. That's what counts. But, yeah, the big but in the room. What is it that we're neglecting to do that also needs our time? That's also meant for us to do before our time here is done. How many other multiple millions of lives are we to affect that ultimately needed us to be affecting it at that moment that we've already passed by because of so much time we've given that has passed by? And then sometimes when you give that freedom of doing that, you realize, man, it really wasn't worth the freedom at all, because now I feel more caged, that I wasn't being free, in which I left what I was supposed to do in order to feel that freedom. I see myself a lot giving a lot of attention to relationships, drama, people's wannabe friendships. And I say wannabe very, very, very strongly. I do. Because for the simple fact, people say, oh, I love you so much, Lex. Oh, I'll be there for you forever. And they drain you dry like, basically you're just sitting there in the Sahara Desert. And you try not to complain, but ultimately it comes down to exactly that. It was all a friendship based on what they wanted. How many times are you supposed to free your schedule up to go, sit there and go have a nice day out with your children or your friends or even yourself? Just get inside of yourself and just relax. How many times can you not free yourself from feeling guilty? Hello, let me raise my hand. Hello. To where I can't even take a 2-hour nap without feeling guilty of it, or allowing my phone to wake me up somehow by someone I'm thinking needs nurturing. But all the while I'm looking at all these circles sometimes under my eyes, and I'm like, man, it would be nice just to sleep for a good 9 hours straight. I get about 3 to 4 hours a night, and that's about 6 days a week. So at the same time, it doesn't set me back on the reasons of being able to get up and keep on the grind for 20 hours a day, but it sets me back on what I get completed within that 20 hours a day. The whole thing for that is free yourself, free your mind, and the rest will follow. This is a song from En Vogue. It was free your mind and the rest will follow. Okay, I'm not the best right now. My voice is not the best, but I'm just saying, check that out. It was En Vogue, I believe, and it was a song out in the 90s. So a group out in the 90s. Beautiful song. Good music and stuff like that. And I think it was out there with Kiss from the Rose on the Grave by Seal. I think it was for the Batman movie, but you should see it on the soundtrack of that. But it was Free Your Mind. Maybe it wasn't on there. Anyways, you get the point. And it was a whole thing, like, free your mind and the rest will follow. Like, if our minds are so tied up. Now let me get this out here before we get our little snippet segment out of here. I was sitting there downtown doing some things the other day, and it already ties me up because I'm thinking of, man, I'm leaving again. I didn't free myself enough time to do the things that are in line. I've been waiting in conjunction like a freight train for what I have to do to get everything launched and every dream, aspiration, and helping business out there sustain. I was sitting there and I had a blank mind. I couldn't even remember my scan code to get out. I couldn't remember anything, and it affected me for over 15-20 minutes. I couldn't remember anything. I was having space out moments and just kind of drifting, not even knowing where I was. My mind was so cluttered up that I couldn't even begin to know what it meant to be free. And I didn't even know it hit me later until I drove home out of traffic. Man, I was so cluttered up, I didn't even know how to get out of that situation mentally. It was so foggy. And we all have to be careful with situations like that. It could end up in a lot of bad situations, high blood pressure, stroke, anything, okay? Knock on wood, I'm not saying it, but you got to be careful what we cloud in our minds. And that's the whole understanding of all these things that come into there. Free yourself, free your mind, free your spirit, free your intuition. If you need to go and pray for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even 2-4 hours, do it. If you need to have yourself something that you wanted for a long time, but you put it back so you can sacrifice to help another, do it. At least once. It's not going to hurt you. Okay? If you need to go for a nice little walk and free your mind from all the people and chaoticness that you're around, do it. Just be safe. If you need to stop talking to someone, and hey, if they're threatening any kind of mannerism towards you or themselves, you know who to dial, 911 or some kind of counseling help, anything, reach out for. But if you need to get out of a toxic situation, no matter what level that may be or who it's with, you need to step aside. Okay? That's the whole thing. Freeing yourself comes in many ways. Doesn't have to be drastic. Doesn't have to be the point where you just uproot and just, go move to Australia somewhere down under. I mean, if that's your thing, hey, I plan to visit there one day, but I'm just saying, if that's what you want to do, fine. But free yourself from the obligations that don't need your obligations. Free yourself from the things that you know you should be doing. And I look at this too. I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want it to go on too long, because these are small snippets of what we can do. You get the overall idea. You're all intelligent beings and you understand where I'm going here. I'm just leading us on the guiding path of situations and things that are coming up every single moment of our lives. But here's one I want to put out there. You know, I know we have bills. I know we have things that are just not going to go away. But it makes the world revolve in how it does. And that's where the rich become rich and middle, and poor. I get it. And there's going to be a balance one day or another. But at the same time, I just thought about this a moment ago, even more. How we will sit there 10 hours or 9 hours clocked in or whatever salary pay at a job to pay our bills and do our things. We get so exhausted when we get home, we just sit down. Some are even more hours. Full-time parents, whatever it might be, caregivers, dog baby givers or cat lovers, you know, they're still their babies. And we won't dedicate not even an hour of that time to what we know and believe in ourselves. It's easier for most of us to see a time clock and a paycheck that comes steadily, you know, than it is to actually be completely free of freeing ourselves from financial burden or even a side hustle. And some people say, I can't fit it on my plate. I got a full-time job. Yes, you do. But if you want to change your life, no matter how extraordinary it may be, whether it's just a craft or a hobby you love without any compensation, whatever it might be, think about, yeah, we have our obligations and it's good for us to stick to those and keep everything consistent. I'm not saying just go out, and this is a disclaimer, and not go out and just completely just discombobulate everything because you have to free yourself. I'm saying this with common sense. I'm saying the whole open of that. And if you don't have that, check us out at theindex.com and we'll give you a little bit of common sense on that if you're wondering about it. But I'm saying balance that. If you have to even cut an hour off your day every day, which is not going to affect you from having that few extra little dollars in your pockets in order to invest those few hours from those few dollars that you're cutting in order to break into something that works, that's what you have to do. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will be open unto you. All these things will be added as you believe. And that's for all and every single one of us. And I have to reevaluate that too. No matter how many things likes to take up our time, we have to learn how to hashtag free ourselves. So for what are you not freeing yourself from that you really don't have to be around? Whether it be a person, a thing, a habit, an object, whatever it might be. Do you have to deal with it? Do you have to be around that? Do you have to put yourself through torture? Do you have to keep this on because you think life's going to get better because you're dealing with a certain relationship that you just don't want to see go downhill and it's already been gone? Or you don't want to see a certain item that you want to get off the shelf, but you're worried about the calories, but yet you're consuming everything else but that one thing that you think is going to give you all the calories? Do you see yourself, going ahead and driving this car that you're putting thousands of dollars into every year, but yet it's hard for you to pay $100 a month towards a car payment that could, possibly save your life on the road? Whatever it might be. It could be anything. Anything. You free yourself from holding yourself back from the goals and the dreams and the visions that only await you. Free yourself from that. Free yourself and give yourself the permission and love to do those things. Start off with an hour a week. Start off with doing something, even 15, 20 minutes a day, and you're going to fall in love so much, we will, that our freedom will lie within the freedom that we seek, and we actually give permission to be freedom itself. So I just want to make sure we put that out there. Hashtag out there, whatever you want to say, hashtag free yourself. And I'm hoping this digs down deep because it really kind of hit me in a lot of strings. And I know in a lot of ways we went a few minutes over where I was trying to go, but you get the overall message of what I'm saying. When it comes down to freedom, I'm not going to even put time into this. It ends when it ends, and you'll pause when you pause, and you'll listen to it when you listen to it. I just hope that you have it, you share it, and you feel it within yourself resonating. We love you all. We appreciate you. Check us out at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com, and as well as realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. All the multiple links you can find on SoundCloud and the Blogspot. Everything that needs to be there and how you feel within yourself, and give yourself and allow yourself the permission of feeling what true freedom is in the beginning and the ending of our beings. So stay wonderful, stay awesome, and we'll be back with you soon.